Hello, everyone, and welcome to this edition of Hardwood Classics on NBA TV. I'm Vince Cellini. The 1982 NBA Finals was a matchup of the Philadelphia 76ers and Los Angeles Lakers. Already up 3-2, the Lakers were looking to close the door on the 76ers and win their 8th NBA title and 3rd since moving to Los Angeles from Minneapolis. The 76ers were looking to win their 3rd NBA championship and 2nd since relocating from Syracuse. The Lakers had not lost at home in the NBA Finals, entering Game 6, and look to continue that trend at the fabulous Forum.
We're set to go, game number 6. Lakers lead 3-2. And Kurt Rambis of the Lakers controls the tip. And Norm Nixon, the quarterback of the team, will be opposed by Mo Cheeks. The classic matchup of two outstanding point guards. Tony is guarding Magic Johnson. And they go to the big guy, double team, Magic Johnson. And pressure by Nixon on the backcourt. Very important as to how Philadelphia responds in the early going. When they've been flat, they've been very, very flat. Wilkes is on Tony. Caldwell-Jones outside. Kareem is with him all the way. Going to the hoop by Kareem, and Magic comes down with it to Nixon. He has Wilkes on his left. Wilkes. This is a Lakers start, even though we have a long, long way to go. Andrew Toney looking for help, swinging the ball away to the Julius Erving. The Lakers have opened up with a vengeance, and Billy Cunningham wants a timeout. It's 6-0, and the crowd hasn't stopped cheering yet. The Lakers are 3 for 3, all layups. How important, Bill Russell, is it for the Sixers to get back in a hurry?
It's very important for them to establish themselves in the game. So far, they haven't gone inside, but they have now, and the Lakers are up to it. Now, the Lakers are starting out, their sneakers are not touching the floor. They're so high and ready.
Loose ball after Nixon's miss, kicked out of bounds. Philadelphia loose ball foul, and it's against the Lakers, and it's Kurt Rambis who commits the personal foul. The officials in tonight's game, Darryl Garrettson and Jack Madden, and Ed Rush is the alternate who sits over at the scorer's table. So Philadelphia has tried to get inside, but they've come away with nothing. Bobby Jones' shot hits the side of the backboard. So the Sixers are obviously tight. Not the Lakers. The basket counts and a foul on a feed to Jamal Wilkes. But it was a three-man play from Kareem to Magic to Jamal Wilkes, who's having trouble with his outside shot. That one was a great percentage shot for him. Foul on Bobby Jones, his first, and it's an 8-0 game, the Lakers.
Now, as I was saying, the Lakers are sky high. Now, the Sixers are going to have to get back into this game, get into the flow of things. They're going to have to slow the ball game. They have to move they don't shoot well, they don't move the ball.
The outlet pass practically to midcourt, Andrew Toney, and the trap. That is not an illegal defense, by the way. That is okay to trap the team.
You got it.
They double-team the man with the ball, try to find a free man. The Sixers are obviously unraveled in the early moment. Andrew Toney trying to get him started. Can't, and Magic comes down with it. A 3-on-2, but Julius knocks the ball into the hands of Mo Cheeks. Rambis hits the ground, nothing called, and now another steal almost by Magic. It'll be Philadelphia ball, but the Sixers are tight, 0 for 5, and the Lakers are rolling.
And not one of the 5 shots was a good shot.
9:48 remaining in the first period. Dick Stockton and Bill Russell in what could be the deciding game. Julius Erving hits outside. The Doctor averaging 24 points a game. He had 23 in red-hot shooting in the second half Sunday. Jamal Wilkes, guarded by Toney. A 3-inch height advantage. Hasn't been a factor so far. Into Kareem. Double team for the moment with Cheeks and Caldwell-Jones. And we'll have a whistle called. And we'll have a 3-second violation called against Los Angeles. So that'll turn it over and give it to the 76ers, who have struggled here at the Forum. They have not had much success here in Los Angeles against this team since 1972. Andrew Toney. And a loose ball foul.
Bobby Jones.
Bobby Jones, second personal foul. If Philadelphia has to shoot from outside to get any points, they're going to be in deep trouble.
They are not effective shooting outside unless they do it off of penetration. If Maurice Cheeks and one of their guys can penetrate and then pass off, they shoot very well from the outside. But if they just pass the ball around the perimeter, they do not shoot very well from the outside. Now they're double teaming Kareem, but there's a sky hook or a jump. Well, that's better than a sky hook.
Foul is on Caldwell Jones. Basket does not count. And Darryl Dawkins has come in the ball game replacing Bobby Jones. That's not a good sign for Philadelphia. Jones has had a good game on Sunday. Dawkins had his best game of the series with 20 points. Inside, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar misses, and Caldwell Jones the rebound. He told me yesterday, I have to set the tempo and get that defensive board for the team to do well and do this, as Mo Cheeks penetrates for the bucket. And they're going to call a foul on the 76ers, a loose ball foul on Andrew Toney. And for Toney, his first personal foul. And Billy Cunningham is off the bench.
Don't tell me that!
Cunningham yelling at Darryl Garrettson. He played on the last Sixer championship team in 1967. Lakers by 5. Sixers trying to get back into the flow before they fall way behind, as LA red hot.
And they call another foul on Andrew Toney, I think.
Andrews Toney's second personal foul. He has not had much foul trouble in this series, but in previous series he's had, and that could cripple the Sixers if he's not effective, because they need him for his offense. He scored 31 points on Sunday, and in the playoffs has gone over the 30 mark 6 times.
Now the Lakers have got off very well and have controlled the tempo. Consequently, they've been shooting much better than the Sixers. But the Sixers are a team that it takes them sometimes a pretty good while to get started. But the key to their game has to be when Maurice Cheeks penetrates or makes a couple outside shots and gets them off, because then they shoot very well, especially when he penetrates.
They find and they overthrow Julius Erving. He controls the ball. They have 13 seconds on the clock, and Caldwell Jones misses inside. Darryl Dawkins makes no mistake on the follow-up. The 76ers have to watch out on defense because they have picked up 5 fouls in 3 minutes and 30 seconds, and now a technical foul has been called on Billy Cunningham, and he is enraged on the Sixers sideline, and if he gets hit with another one, he'll have an early exit here. Magic Johnson will shoot the technical. He has been the best free throw shooter in the series at 80% for LA. Lakers scored the first 9 points. Sixers have come back somewhat. It's 12-6 LA, nearly 4 minutes gone by in the first period.
That's the first technical foul that's been made, I think, in this series.
A lot have been called, mostly by illegal defenses, which means the second transgression called by the official. Cheeks is on Magic, gets it into Rambis. The Lakers are treating the Sixers as they did in games 3 and 4 when it was no contest. Caldwell Jones up top, inside, against Rambis. Darryl Dawkins draws the foul. So Rambis fouls Dawkins, who will shoot.
Now, if Darryl Dawkins has a good game.
Wilts to Rambis on a knee pass. That's Johnson to Rambis, we should say.
And take that, large person.
So Dawkins is on the line. That's team foul number 2 on the Lakers. Sixers are already over the limit.
If Darryl Dawkins has a good game and doesn't get any early foul trouble, the Sixers are a very different team, and they're a much better team and much more effective because he does things for them. He closes the middle down and he gives them another outside shooter.
Steal by Julius Erving. He's got Cheeks and Mo going to the hoop, and that's what Philadelphia has to do. They're no good in a half-court game the way their style is, but Moore Nixon comes right back and hits, and that's what LA does so well. They'll score off of your basket. A 6-point LA lead, 7 minutes and 10 seconds remaining first period. Lakers clogging the middle and double-teaming Andrew Toney, an explosive scorer. Maurice Cheeks working against Nixon and fires up a long-range shot. Kareem the rebound, had great position. Here's Magic, who already has 5 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, and a blocked shot. Plenty of time on the 24-second shot clock. Magic controlling. The MVP 2 years ago in the championship series against these Sixers. Good flip from Kareem. Knocked away. And it's Not recovered by Kareem, and he made a valiant effort. Philadelphia ball, and the crowd gives Kareem an ovation for his hustle. He is the third player in history to corral 700 rebounds and dish 700 assists in a season. Only Oscar Robertson and Wilt Chamberlain achieved that. And what makes that such an incredible statistic, Bill?
You have to be strong enough to rebound, and you have to be a good enough passer and get your teammates to believe in your passing enough to cut to the basket and to make the shots. It's two very diverse skills: strength, good vision, and great passing.
Bobby Jones misses the free throw, which is rare for him, and even more amazing, misses both. Speaking of Magic with the ball, he already has 5 rebounds tonight and 4 assists, so he's off to a fine start. Michael Cooper, guarded by Bobby Jones, goes up with a jump shot. Michael Cooper had an incredible game Sunday, hitting 8 of 11 from the field for 18 points, a career scoring high in the playoffs. He hasn't missed yet in 3 tries. 2:35 to go, first period. Dawkins moving inside and setting a screen, and we'll have an LA foul. Magic says Dawkins should be called for it, but they get Magic with it, and it's his second foul, and they'll go to the line to shoot this one.
Well, as he was going by, Dawkins says, there's no hurry. Now here's the play. Dawkins is setting the pick, and as he goes by, he just holds him just a little bit there.
Jamal Wilkes has come back in. Magic Johnson goes out with 2 personal fouls, and Clint Richardson, who has been an effective third guard, is in there. He had a playoff high Sunday with 11 points, with 5 rebounds. What makes him such a good rebounder, I only asked him yesterday, he's 6'2", he's not 6'3" as he's listed. He says, I learned in Seattle to move without the ball. You're amazed what kind of opportunities come up. That's Clint Richardson. McAdoo with a screen from Kareem. What's so tough is that quick release and the shot off the move. He doesn't put the ball down, he just goes up with it on the run. Clint Richardson off balance and off the glass. Kareem clears, and here come the Greyhounds. They got 4 men down. Philadelphia also comes back on defense to slow it up. Winding down at 2 minutes to go in the first half. McAdoo, he has never won a championship, even though he's won just about every other honor in pro basketball, and the biggest lead of the game now, 10 points for the Lakers. Cheeks controlling in the corner. Knocked away by Kareem, out of bounds. We want to remind you at halftime, we will have live comments by Larry Holmes, the heavyweight champion, and Jerry Cooney, the challenger. John Madden is with Cooney in Las Vegas, and Brent Musburger on the 2-way will be talking with Larry Holmes coming your way at halftime.
And Larry Holmes is a big 76er fan.
Big fight coming up Friday. Heavyweight championship, and they're both watching the game in Vegas. Darryl Dawkins hits the jump shot for 10 points. He's 4 for 5. The alley-oop play to Michael Cooper, which they've dubbed Koopaloop, doesn't work, and now on a 4-on-3, Dawkins is called for the offensive foul as he drives McAdoo into that stanchion, and he does it hard. 2 fouls on Dawkins.
I think maybe the next time they may be tempted to let him shoot that. Now here it comes. And there's McAdoo right there. That is a marvelous athlete that just made that move.
And for a guy to stand there and take that charge, that says something
Discretion
too.
is not necessarily the greater part of valor.
1 minute, 10 seconds to go. Kareem misses the alley-oop. McAdoo in a crowd. Bobby Jones gets it to Dawkins. He wants it to a ball handler. He finds Cheeks. Cheeks is in the lane, knifes his way through, and a fine play. The tip in by Bobby Jones. His first points of the game. And a 6-point lead now for the Lakers when they're under a minute to play in the first, and they're going the other way. Offensive foul called against Los Angeles. Kareem, his first foul. And vehemently protesting that to Jack Madden. 32.
What Darryl Dawkins did on that last play was he pushed Kareem enough to make Kareem react, and they caught the second one.
LA's turned it over now 7 times to once for Philadelphia. Dawkins is on the bench. Job well done for Darryl with 10 points. Caldwell Jones replaces him, but Bobby Jones misses the outside shot, and they tie it up inside. Philadelphia still, despite a few instances of good execution, doesn't seem really smooth out there with some outside shots as Rambis comes from.
Well, they're really smooth considering the defense. The Lakers are a great defensive team, and it's hard once you get behind in catching up to really have a smooth offense.
But Sunday, they looked awfully smooth. It'll be Philadelphia ball as Nixon can't save it. So having the lead, as we said at the top, so important in this series.
Both of these teams are so tough that once they get a lead, it's hard to catch up because they handle the ball so well and they take care of it.
Still Philadelphia ball. They have 22 seconds on the clock. That's the 24-second clock. You're looking at the game clock there. Bobby Jones will inbound. He has 2 points. Dawkins with 10, the leading scorer. 3 players have 6 for Los Angeles. Julius, fancy behind his back, trying to double team him. Get the ball inside, blocked by McAdoo. McAdoo shot, blocks the shot. Jamal Wilkes at the other end. Rambis. Foul. Good hustle by Kurt Rambis. Clint Richardson the foul.
And that's one of the things that makes the Lakers so tough. They get inside and they pound the boards. They're one of the best rebounding teams in basketball. And here's one of the reasons. Kurt Rambis is really giving them another strong guy on the offensive board.
Free agent, was a number 3 draft choice by the New York Knicks. Many of you know his story already. He played in Athens, Greece last year, won a job on a tryout as Tony comes back in the game. And then when Mitch Kupchak went down with an injury in December, Rambis ultimately wound up with a power forward's job. And has been superb as the dirty work underneath. And all they want from his defense and rebound. Mitch Kupchak will undergo his second operation on his knee tomorrow. Final seconds of the first period. Lakers by 6. Andrew Toney, who has yet to score in this game. He's averaging nearly 25 and a half. Finally hits the bucket at the buzzer to bring Philadelphia to within 4. These are the teams that have come back after being down 3-2. By the way, the Sixers could be only the second team in history to force a 7th game after trailing 3-1 if they win. As we told you, Bill Russell's Boston teams did it twice, and of course the big balloon game was one of them. It's tough to come back, you know, from 3-2 in a series like this, but Philadelphia came back after not scoring for 2 minutes and 20 seconds at the start of the ball game, and what engineered their comeback, at least to be within 4?
Their defense picked up. They're a team that they need their defense to generate offense. If they're playing bad defense, they don't shoot well. When they're playing good defense, it seems to pick up their shooting rhythm. And so I think the key play was when Julius Erving stole the ball out of the corner, blocked the shot, and came up with it, and they went down and scored because they got him moving defensively.
They led the league in block shots and steals. They were not an outstanding rebounding team during the regular year. Start of the second period, the alley-oop to Bobby Jones. He can't control it. Rambis winds up with it, and Jamal Wilkes ahead of the field. Jamal Wilkes, who's still leading the Lakers in scoring at over 18 a game in this series, despite his problems shooting from outside. And the Sixers have to get back off the defense. McAdoo is just guarding the middle, playing a zone defense as Andrew Toney misses and Rambis. The basket will count. Rambis interfere with the ball on the top. We talk so much of zone defense. For the uninitiated, it means guarding an area and not a player. And in pro basketball, that is not allowed.
No, that is illegal.
Michael Cooper.
What they call it illegal defense. They don't want to say zone. They don't even want to use that word.
Jamal Wilkes. That's the shot LA fans know about. Fluid Jamal Wilkes from UCLA. He is 4 for 6 now, but that's the first outside shot that he's hit. No basket and an LA foul as Magic Johnson comes back in.
And Mike Bannum.
Mike Bannum making his first appearance for Philadelphia. Second offensive rebounder for the Sixers in this series.
Now, Dick, the substitution pattern that the coaches use is a tricky thing because the coach has to have certain things out there he feels to win, and to try to keep that combination with fouls, fatigue, and all these things involved, he has to really know his team.
Tony goes up, misses the shot. Loose ball picked up. Here's Cooper ahead of the field. Magic to Cooper. And the Lakers are beating the Sixers down at the end of the court. An 8-point lead, and Philadelphia will call a timeout. Biggest lead was 10. Philadelphia has not tasted a lead in this game. A 20-second timeout. 20-second timeout called for by Philadelphia. So they have to regroup in a hurry, but they've got to get back on defense.
Well, it's very difficult to get back on the defensive Lakers because they're such a good rebounding team, and they're so quick. That outlet pass, if they get that first outlet pass out, they're very tough. Now, Philadelphia is one of the best teams in basketball, if not the best team, in getting back on defense. But these Lakers have so many guys that are exceptionally quick.
Walter Matthau, one of the avid Laker fans and pro basketball rooters here at the game. Norm Nixon said what really surprised him is how great Philadelphia is with their quickness on the transitional game. Pass and going for Banham over his head, so another turnover. Brings the ball to Los Angeles territory. Clinton Richardson hounding Magic Johnson. Michael Cooper, the other guard. He is 6'7". We have a 6'7", 6'9" guard situation. A big team in there for Los Angeles. Kareem is on the bench, and McAdoo's the center, and the pass intercepted by Julius Erving. And Magic Johnson takes it right back, but travels with it. Still Philadelphia ball. And the pace is quickening at both ends here, as we're seeing two of the great fast break teams in action.
Julius, you see both of them, they generate their offense from turnovers.
Julius already has 4 steals. Tony, good move on Cooper, banks it in.
You know, Michael Cooper's a great defensive player, but a guy like Tony will really make you wonder about how good you are.
Little more than 2 minutes gone by, second period, and a 6-point Laker lead. And a Philadelphia foul called. It'll be their first team foul of this second period. Second leading scorer in the history of the NBA, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, has had a sparkling playoff career. But so far in this game, he has not scored and has only 3 rebounds. Now, he claimed that the migraines that he suffered today were not bothering him, and we can't tell if they are now, but he's off to a slow start in that respect.
He's off statistically to a slow start, but he set the pace for the team when they got out. The first play, the first 3 plays, he was involved when they got up 6-0, and that was just to get them up and get them running.
Inside Cooper from Magic Johnson. Magic Johnson has not missed in getting the ball in good shooting position for these LA shooters, and as a result, he has 6 assists, and they're shooting practically 70%. Cooper, one of the outstanding defensive players, is hounding Tony. Get up to Julius Erving, 12 seconds on the shot clock. Banham inside over Kurt Rambis. So Mike Banham, who's had a shooting slump but had 14 minutes, only 2 points and 2 rebounds on Sunday, has had a few flashes in the playoffs. McAdoo charges in. McAdoo has 8. Leading scorer is Michael Cooper with 10. Dawkins has 10 points for Philadelphia. And so far, Darrell has picked up 2 fouls. Caldwell Jones 1. Tony coming back for the baseline. He's so explosive. When he gets turned on, he can go for the rest of the game.
And in big games, he's usually turned on.
Got off to a slow start shooting, but is 4 for 9 right now. 8:45 remaining in the first half. Jamal Wilkes. And Banham clears it. Gets into Clint Richardson. Third guard with Lionel Hollins hurt. And a block by McAdoo, and a follow-up by Julius Erving. It's amazing that McAdoo has so many blocked shots in this series. More than you normally expect.
Well, people forget how good a defensive player he was as a young man. He was not only was he a great shooter and rebounder, but he was a good defensive player.
He has 2 blocks today, and Rambis runs into Julius Erving. But the man who made that play for Philadelphia was Darrell Dawkins. Dawkins is playing a terrific game under control. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar comes back in the game, and Kurt Rambis will go out. Rambis has 3 personal fouls, and Rambis says, if I don't do it early, I'm not going to get much playing time to do it at all. Nixon coming back as Cooper goes out, leading scorer for LA with 10.
And one thing I've noticed, the Lakers have not gotten the Philadelphia big men in foul trouble.
No, they haven't. Caldwell Jones has 1, Dawkins has 2. Nixon penetrates, and easy layup. No one picked him up inside. Might have been Andrew Toney's assignment. Now Nixon guarding Andrew. Goes baseline, and a foul and a push before the shot. And the foul is on Norm Nixon. The Sixers have just one team foul here in the second period. That's the third on the Lakers, but more important for Norm Nixon, that's his third personal foul. So Rambis and Nixon, two starters, have three.
There's only one player that can get the ball up court as fast as Norm Nixon, and that's probably Gus Williams of Seattle. And there's no other player who can get the ball up as quick. And it's hard to defense. You're trying to stop the ball, but with a guy like Norm Nixon, you're just trying to keep up.
Jamal Wilkes fouls Andrew Toney, who will go to the line. Toney has been the top scorer the last three games with 36, 28, and 31 points on Sunday. He's also right behind Mo Cheeks, second to Nixon in assists. He has played, I guess you can't say deceptively because of his fine scoring games, but an outstanding all-round series.
Better than most people think. They think that all he does is shoot, but he plays better than adequate defense, and he's a good passer. The thing is that he's learning to do is to pick his passes better.
7:45 remaining in the first half. Sixers down by 6. 7:40 to go. Knocked away by Julius. Still LA possession. Crowd looking for a foul, but get none. As Billy Cunningham, who played at North Carolina, and Pat Riley, who played at the University of Kentucky at 6'3", jumps center for Adolph Rupp. One of Rupp's runs, 66. Wilkes behind the back. McAdoo on the right. You got to keep them off the boards if you're Philadelphia, but if you're the Lakers, you're taking advantage of a lot of opportunities. And it's 44-38 LA. Inside, Julius can't stop that. 8 for Erving.
Dick, one of the reasons the Lakers are so tough on the offensive boards is that they have so many guys that you need to double team that when you leave a guy to help out one of the great shooters, that guy always goes to the boards.
And a whistle and a foul away from the ball. It'll be Philadelphia's second foul. And Darryl Dawkins has his third personal foul, and that could start becoming a factor.
Now here's the foul there.
Dawkins will go out. Caldwell Jones comes in. There's Darryl. He has played very well in this game with 10 points. Clint Richardson also sits down, and Mo Cheeks is back at guard. So Cheeks and Toney are the guards. They're on defense right now. Wilkes to Kareem. They'd love to see Caldwell Jones pick up another personal, his second, but they'll take the 2 points. Kareem's first points of the ball game, and the Lakers are up by 6. He's 1 for 4 from the field now. Cheeks loops it into Doc. Back to Cheeks. And Mo Cheeks hits from outside.
When he's shooting the outside shot, when they go in and out with Doctor and Cheeks.
There's Magic again. Kareem can't tip it in. Cooper missed a fine opportunity inside, but a loose ball foul has been called against Caldwell Jones, I believe.
Los Angeles.
Magic Johnson leads everybody in rebounds and assists so far, but he injured his hand, the knuckles on his shooting hand in Sunday's game. Originally, it was hurt against Phoenix, but he said it's going to be ready whether it wants to be or not. That's how he felt coming in.
You know, on a plane coming back from Philadelphia, the last game I had a chance to talk with Magic. He's really knows what he's doing out there. He's a really bright, super smart ball player.
Julius Erving all over Jamal Wilkes. McAdoo. He pumped before he let that shot go. He pumped in the air. Bob McAdoo, who is used to 30-point games, is 5 for 6 from the field. He's a 3-time NBA scoring king, but has been with his 6th team in the last 6 years with Los Angeles. Thrown away, Julius, and a foul by Mike Banner.
And they're going to make him have to shoot 2 free throws because they would have had a sure 2 points if they had, well, no free throws, but he saved some points in because they had a sure layup.
Just under 6 minutes remaining in the first half. Bantam now has 2 fouls. Team foul story 4 apiece here. And the Lakers, despite the fact that they're really outplaying Philadelphia, only have a 6-point lead. Jamal Wilkes. Jamal Wilkes won a title with Golden State and the Rookie of the Year award, both in the same year in 1975. Looking for his 3rd championship, but Andrew Toney hits long range. And Toney, with only 2 points in the first period, now is the game-high scorer with 12. He's hit his last 3, and he's hounding Jamal Wilkes. And Wilkes hits again, and maybe he's fouled. 6 of 9 for Jamal. Cheeks comes back and Julius tries to tip it in. And Kareem, just bigger than anybody, holds onto it. And he can handle the ball too, can he? Lakers by 8, the biggest lead 10. They can match that if they score. Jamal Wilkes, another one. Timeout, Philadelphia. Listen to him here. Laid back, no way.
I know one thing, if he's cooking, the Sixers are in good shape. Lakers by 6, 4:20 to go in the half. This is a Philadelphia trap defense. Wilkes wide open, he's been hot. This is the shot. McAdoo on the offensive board. 12 for McAdoo. Wilkes has 15 and Cooper has 10. Andrew Toney has 14 for the Sixers and Dawkins has 10. And Andrew's 12 points have come all in this period.
And both teams have gotten great service so far from their benches.
Loop it into Julius. And his foul. Kareem tried to front him and just missed getting a piece of that ball. But Bob McAdoo has committed another personal foul, and that's his third. So that could be critical for Los Angeles. 3 on McAdoo.
Yes, because they need his outside shooting, because if he's not hitting and Jamal's not hitting, then their game completely changes, because they really have to go inside to that and play the Philadelphia defense hand, because they love to trap and double team a guy like Kareem.
Julius has had trouble shooting from the line this entire series, 70%, but he's been better than that most of the time. It's 1 of 2 for 9 points. And the Lakers are up by 7 with 3:50 to go in the first half. LA scored the first 9 points of the game. Their biggest margin was 10. Philadelphia has not had a lead. And an illegal defense has been called. Illegal defense called against Philadelphia.
I think it was Bobby Jones. I'm not sure. I think it was Bobby Jones.
Man in the middle.
As they move the ball around, both these coaches love to run and play to test and see if the guys are playing this illegal defense. And of course, they know they are.
Been a big story in this series. They're trying to cheat, gamble on Kareem. If you miss, that's what happens.
You know what's so important about the way Kareem is playing is that he has such great intensity tonight, and when he plays that way, the other players just get it by osmosis almost.
Bobby Jones, tremendous hustle, keeps it alive. And a new clock, 20 seconds. Cheeks penetrated to the dot, and that was Maurice Cheeks, who brought a lot of gold shirts around him and fouled Julius Erving. 7-point Laker lead, winding down to 3 minutes to go in the first half. The coach's room, Holmes and Cooney coming up at halftime, and a Laker turnover gives the ball back to Philadelphia.
Free direct! CJ Bobby up
I think
there.
that right now the Sixers have to be pleased that they're down by only 7, considering the way this game has gone. Loop it into Julius in the crowd. Not fouled. The ball was tipped away by Kareem. And McAdoo handling it. Bobby Jones has him trapped.
Now that's something. The guy's 6'10", past the guy's 7'2".
Kareem on the follow-up after Wilkes' miss. 6 for Kareem, 9-point game. But the Sixers can't let the final 2.5 minutes get away from them. They're trailing by 9 points, and they need to stay in range. Maurice Cheeks misses. Kareem over to McAdoo to Johnson. He's got Wilkes inside and Cooper trailing. Cooper. Biggest lead of the game right now for LA. And Magic Johnson, the principal reason why. He has dished off 10 assists in this game. The fast break points reminds you of a lot of games 3 and 4. Toney penetrating. And Andrew Toney with 16 points, 14 this period.
And if it's up to Andrew Toney, they won't let it get too far away. Now the Sixers have to be very careful, because the Lakers are very explosive. Very explosive. They get into a thing where they play such great defense, and then they score off of it. So the Sixers have to be careful this last minute and a half to make sure that they get a good shot down every time down.
Magic was all alone inside, and Julius knocked the ball away. Kareem missed Magic inside, a 4-on-1 break, and Julius Erving on the other side. You see, both these teams love to break, but Philadelphia needs the steal to do it, and they got it right there.
Because they're not a good rebounding team, they have to get their fast breaks generated off their good defense and the steals and turnovers.
1:14 to go in the first half. It's 62-55 in favor of Los Angeles. Coming up at halftime, as we told you, from Las Vegas, the two contenders for the heavyweight championship. And there is John Madden, who will never get into a ring with Jerry Cooney, although it looks like John can more than hold his own. Jerry Cooney, the challenger, Larry Holmes, the champion, and you'll see them and hear from both of them live at halftime, as Brent Musburger will also take over and talk with the coaches in the coaches room, Hubie Brown and Kevin Lockreed.
You think John Madden will get excited?
Yeah, he's always excited. I'll tell you, his arms are always flailing, John.
I wonder what would happen if he had to put his hands in his pocket while he talked.
He couldn't talk. He wouldn't talk. 1:12 to go in the half. Lakers shooting 76% this period and 71% from the half. Yet their lead is only 7 points. Philadelphia can't get it away. As you said, Bill, LA is so explosive. 4 seconds on the shot clock. 3 seconds. And a foul. With 1 second on the 24-second clock, a foul. Mark Landsberger, number 54, has entered the ball game. Bobby Jones picks up the third, but there's Landsberger, who is one of the better rebounders per minutes played, and he played a very key role in the Lakers championship over these Sixers 2 years ago. Magic shooting.
He and Kurt Rambis have the same type of skill. They're good rebounders, and they're pretty good around the basket. But playing with this group, they don't need to be great outside shooters. They really helps these other guys because they're good offensive rebounders, both of them.
Both teams in the penalty. Less than a minute to go. You watch the clock. 9-point lead, and a steal by Johnson to Wilkes. Blocked by Caldwell. Jones and Landsberger keeps it alive. 45 to go in the half, 15 to go on the shot clock, and Landsberger got free, and it's blocked by Julius. Here comes Philadelphia. Lakers are back on the D. Andrew Toney flips the cheeks. What a pass by Toney.
That's one of the skills that people forget that Andrew Toney has. He drew the defense, he made him commit, and then he made a nice, easy pass, and that's the hardest pass to make, is to make it so a guy can handle it when you're going that fast.
16 on the shot clock, so there's a 7-second differential between the 24-second clock. Cooper, that pass inside to Jamal Wilkes. LA is still beating Philadelphia much too much inside. That's a credit to the Lakers. They're playing fine ball as their lead is 9. Philadelphia trying to get the final points of the half. 4 seconds to go. 3. Bo Cheeks has the shot blocked as the half ends. They like it in LA. What do you think? Third period about to start shortly, and Bill Russell, if you ever use your hands like John Madden in front of me, no one's ever going to see my face. I'll tell you that, because they're so big. Anyway, let's talk about this game, and a good point brought up by Brent as far as Bob McAdoo. When we get down to MVP time toward the end of the game, every one of the Lakers, with the exception of Mark Landsberger, is shooting 50% or more, and of course McAdoo and Cooper killing him 12 of 15 from the field. And you can't win giving up 66 points, and so aggressiveness on defense has to be important for Philadelphia, I think.
Yes, Philadelphia's going to have to get another good half out of Daryl Dawkins and Maurice Cheeks. I think those are going to be the two key guys for Philadelphia's second half. And you know that Norm Nixon will be heard from in the second half, because he's a guy that makes the Lakers so explosive. He and Magic Johnson. Now the Sixers have to be very careful starting this third period, because if they let the Lakers make a run like it did to start the game, it may be out of reach.
Do they have to close in immediately now? Can they hold in to the 11 to 15, 9-point radius now, or do they really have to make a move at the beginning of this third?
It's important that they play even the first 3 or 4 minutes of the second half. Just play even. They don't have to pick up, but they at least shouldn't drop any more than 4 points more behind than they are now.
Taking a look at the halftime statistics, a big shooting edge in favor of Los Angeles and a rebounding edge too, 25-16. Magic Johnson has 8 rebounds to lead everyone. Caldwell Jones is 5, leads Philadelphia. But they've given up 30 and 36 points, and that says enough. The top scorers in the ball game, Andrew Toney with 14 of his 16 points in the second period. Pretty good balance there. Dawkins has 3 fouls, but he has 10 points in the ball game. Maurice Cheeks got hot, has 10. For Los Angeles, they too have balanced scoring, led by Jamal Wilkes, who has found the outside touch with 17. Anyway, set for third period action. Dick Stockton and Bill Russell. And the Lakers can win the championship if they hold their lead in the final 2 periods. Julius Erving. First shot goes. In the 3 games of the Forum, the Lakers have led at the half by 12, 15, and tonight by 9 points. And remember, Philadelphia had the 81 to set a playoff record in the second half Sunday. Lakers by 7, half-court game. Rambis is going inside against Bobby Jones and gets it out quickly in a 3-second violation called against Kurt Rambis. So Philadelphia has a chance to get back. Topsy-turvy series. We've yet to see which team has what it takes close down to the wire. Against Magic, Julius is fouled, and it's a 2-shot foul. Magic Johnson has his 3rd personal foul. Those in foul trouble, if you want to call 3 in that category, Nixon, Magic Johnson, and Rambis have 3. For the Sixers, Bobby Jones and Dawkins have 3.
Some of those fouls will be important because what the coaches will be able to do, especially the 76ers, they are a great one-on-one team, and they can go after guys that have foul trouble.
LA scored the first 9 points of the game. Biggest margin was 11, and the closest the Sixers got was 4 points at 46-42. And right now, they're down by 5. Norm Nixon to Jamal Wilkes. Red hot in the first half, still shooting the eyes out of the bucket in the second half. He has 19 points now. 9 of 15 for Jamal. So he's on the beam. And Tony trying to get inside on Wilkes. Julius trying to look for him. Denied the ball, losing the ball, and Tony steals it right back against Kareem. Thought the better of it wisely. And Julius changes hands. What a play against Kareem. Amazing.
And Julius is making sure that the Sixers get off to that good start, which was so important for him to do.
5-point lead. Julius gambles and tries for the steal. Jamal Wilkes out to Rambis. Bobby Jones is playing inside the free throw line against Kirk. Wilkes will take the shot. And Bobby Jones. Down court is Julius. Tips it in. Going backward. 2 incredible plays by Julius Erving, the team leader, who has held 3 team meetings, and the club has responded each time. And the doctor has 21 points and is the high scorer in the ballgame. Kareem inside against Caldwell. Jones blocked, but picked up by Nixon, who hits the shot right in the key. Only 6 for Nixon, but Julius Erving has all 8 Philadelphia points here in the third. 70-65, the Lakers lead. 2 minutes and 15 seconds gone by in the third period. Bobby Jones hasn't found the shooting eye. Caldwell Jones tries to keep it going. LA ball. So Philadelphia has come out strong in this third period, Bill. 9:15 to go. Sixers trying to play the tight defense here. So far effective. Norm Nixon misses the shot. Bobby Jones gets it to Cheeks. What Nixon wants to do is try to stall Cheeks so he can't get going. He couldn't do it there, and the foul is drawn inside. Good play by Mo because he was stalled in the backcourt by Nixon.
And what Maurice Cheeks does for that team, when he picks it up and goes to the basket, he'll make the defense conscious of him, and then he makes great passes. So and that's when they make those good outside shots.
Kareem, second personal, and the second team foul on the Lakers. And Maurice Cheeks on the line. He was the MVP of the Missouri Valley Conference 3 straight years. Only Oscar Robertson, other than Maurice, could make that claim. Club responds when Mo has it going for him. 4-point Laker lead. That's the closest the Sixers have come since 46-42. Out to Jamal Wilkes. Under 9 minutes to play. And a foul on Caldwell Jones, and that'll be number 3. So the 2 Philadelphia centers, Caldwell Jones and Dawkins, each have 3.
And if they get a couple more between them, then it starts to take effect on Billy Cunningham's substitution pattern.
Johnson working against Tony. Jamal Wilkes, line drive shot, and Cheeks is there. And Bobby Jones, his teammate, banged into him, and it was off a Sixer. So the Lakers maintain possession.
The guy that's outside on a play like that, he should tell the big guy, you take it or I got it. You should always know who's next to you.
Nixon in the lane, one-hander. Norm Nixon only had 4 points at the half. He's averaged 18 in this series. He has 8 points now, 8.5 minutes to go in the third. Nixon picking up Cheeks. They're going to the dock against Magic Johnson. Rambis helping out. Plenty of time on the shot clock. Working against Johnson. Tony. Open man is Cheeks. And Mo hits the smooth jumper.
And that's when the Sixers are so effective outside shooters, when they move their ball in and out.
Nixon. Cheeks on him, and Norm comes back. And Bobby Jones gets it out to the dot. And Nixon takes it away from him. Norm Nixon, alley-oop to Jamal Wilkes off his hands, Philadelphia ball. What incredible pacing. And these two coaches have done a tremendous job with these teams to get them to the finals. There are 21 other clubs watching on television. Wish they were here in the championship round. 7:50 in the third. Tony, an illegal defense called against Kurt Rambis, and that will be a shooting situation. It is the second time. Let's see, as Philadelphia was called once.
See if we can see where there he is in the lane. Kurt Rambis there by himself. All right, a little lonesome.
It was the first warning. All right, no shooting. It was so each team has had a warning on the zone defense.
And next they'll have to shoot the technical foul.
Julius Erving has 21 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, 5 steals. And Jamal Wilkes got his hand on that one. Lakers ball, leading by 4. 7:35 to go, third period. Wilkes, Johnson alive. Into Rambis, blocked by Caldwell Jones. 2-on-2, Magic gets back, and Cheeks pulls up with it. And Julius Erving tips it again. Julius, basket. No basket, it falls out, but he'll go to the line. And the chance for the Sixers to come within 2 points. And the personal foul against Los Angeles.
Now here's the shot by Cheeks, which is a good shot. He stepped the foul line like he should have. Julius tipped it up a little strong. He's up there on the other side, and then again. And there he's fouled again, and just can't get it to go for him.
And for Norm Nixon, his 4th personal foul. And the 13th foul on the Lakers. Philadelphia has 1. And Julius can bring him to within 2. McAdoo, 6 clubs in 6 years for McAdoo. A vagabond who gained a bad reputation because of injuries and a high salary has meant so much. And that's true. You can bank on that one. This is such an unpredictable and bizarre series that nothing surprises anyone. 3-point Laker lead. That's the closest Philadelphia has been since the first period. 7 minutes remaining, and Wilkes hits. 21 for Jamal Wilkes. He's the high scorer for LA.
That was the important thing that Kareem did in passing the ball back to Jamal to make him take that shot so he can regain his confidence. Because it's important that they have good outside shooting.
Tony hits outside. What a ball game we have. The 6th game and a desperation game again for Philadelphia. And how well the Sixers have played with their backs to the wall. But the Lakers have been so confident, looking to wrap up another world championship. It would be their 2nd in 3 years. Wilkes looking for Kareem. Caldwell Jones has 3 fouls. Keep it in mind. Kareem gets the points. 8 points for Abdul-Jabbar. 5-point Laker lead. Philadelphia has not had the lead in the game. Closest the Sixers have come, 74-71. They have 6:18 to go in the third. Magic Johnson is on both cheeks. There comes the trap. Tony shooting from the corner. He's hit 7 in a row. Andrew Toney with 20 points in the game. So it's Erving and Tony with 22 and 20 respectively.
Tony's one of the few guys that can shoot that outside shot all game and be just as effective in the last quarter as he was the first quarter, maybe more so, in fact.
Philadelphia's 2 big guns are hot. They're basically a team without a tremendous firepower other than those 2. Kareem, skyhook from the middle. Magic tries to fight for it, and Bobby Jones, after Doc kept it alive, 4-on-2 break. Cheeks to Bobby Jones. And Erving. Tony against Cooper inside. Kareem was intimidating inside, and Bobby Jones hits the shot. And a 1-point lead for the Lakers, the closest that the Philadelphia 76ers have come since the opening moments of the game, and the crowd urges on LA. McAdoo watches jump shot, but first a foul, and the second team foul against Philadelphia called right here with 5:14 to go in the third period. Foul is on Bobby Jones. He has 4. So Bobby Jones and Norm Nixon are the players in the game with 4 personal fouls. Magic goes to Jamal Wilkes. He's had the hot hand. Kareem double teamed by Tony and Caldwell Jones. And the foul against Andrew Toney. And that will be Andrew's third. And the 13th foul against Philadelphia. And Darryl Dawkins comes in.
And they need a big second half from him if they're going to stay in this ball game.
He had 20 points, 7 rebounds, and 3 block shots on Sunday. All his points in the second and third quarters. 5 minutes remaining, third period. Jamal Wilkes. And the rebound Cheeks. Here come the break. And the loop pass to Erving. Julius against Cooper. Blocked by McAdoo. It was McAdoo. And a 3-on-2 Wilkes to Kareem. And that exchange hurt Philadelphia.
That's a 4-point swing from a dump shot to 2 points at the other end. That hurts.
Bob McAdoo, 3 block shots. They loop it into Julius, and Erving goes up. Blocked again, this time by Kareem. 3-point Laker lead. Michael Cooper, hot the last 2 games. And Caldwell Jones, he said, I have to own a defensive glass, goes high for it. Incredible pace and action here. You're watching championship basketball at its best. The professional, double team Dawkins.
Now here's the block shot when Julius has the ball, takes a shot, and there comes McAdoo. And both these teams are playing with great intensity, but it's manifesting itself on the defense. Because if you make one false step offensively, the defense has the ball and going the other way.
Kareem has 5 of those 10 block shots by the Lakers. Mike Bantam, number 42, is in there now. The 9-year veteran from St. Joe's, acquired from Indiana when Dawkins went down with a broken shin bone in January. The tip controlled by LA and Magic Johnson. The pinwheel. He's the hub of this ball club. To Jamal Wilkes, who's found the shooting eye, and McAdoo off the bench. Knocked away, turnover. Philadelphia picks it up. 3:45 showing on the clock in the third. 3-point Laker lead. Philadelphia has played the desperation games to success so far in the playoffs. How many times can they go to the well? Tony tries to get it inside, and it's out of bounds. Philadelphia ball. They have 8 seconds on the clock. Billy C., who turned 39 last Thursday, and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, hampered with migraine headaches, and now his mouth is bleeding from a shot. Tony is trapped, and Maurice Cheeks from the corner just gets it off at the 24-second clock, but Philadelphia has a new one to work with.
Look at Darryl.
3:19 to go in the third period. Tony misses a 2-pointer from way out, and Wilkes clear.
And the Lakers are not running so well at this point.
LA led by 4 at the quarter and 9 at the half. Caldwell Jones asserting himself more and more on the defensive boards. 4-on-2 break. Cheeks goes up without the ball, and here comes Magic. Caldwell Jones back, and McAdoo. Block shot by Caldwell Jones against McAdoo. And turnabout, I guess, is fair play with those two. Tony misses the bank shot tipped up by Bantam. And you're looking at 2 young coaches who badly want a title. Billy has done everything but win a title as a coach. And Pat Riley, who took over for Paul Westhead once.
Now here's the block shot by McAdoo coming in. Here goes Caldwell Jones right there.
Tremendous play.
And Mike Bantam got the rebound and got it up the court.
1-point lead for the Lakers. They have the ball. 2:20 to go in the third period. Each team with 3 team fouls and a foul called away from the ball, and it's on Mike Bantam. 4th team foul on Philadelphia, and for Bantam, his 3rd personal. And we'll have a timeout. What pace we have, but what do you expect in a Game 6 that could be the last game of the year? Dick Stockton and Bill Russell here at the Forum. This is the closest Philadelphia has gotten. They have not had the lead, and our statistician Marty Aronoff reminds us that the Sixers have not had the lead at any time in this building in this series, this being the 3rd game. With 2:17 remaining in the 3rd period, let's bring you up to date on who's in there. For the Lakers, they have Michael Cooper, number 21, Jamal Wilkes, 52 at the line, Magic Johnson, 32, Bob McAdoo, 11, and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, 33. So Cooper is playing the guard spot. with Magic Johnson. Wilkes hits the first one. Bantam, 42 for Philadelphia. Caldwell Jones, number 11, the center. And number 53, Darryl Dawkins up front. They have the big team in there. Mo Cheeks, number 10. Andrew Toney, 22, the guard. 2 free throws, a 3-point lead again. Johnson with some pressure. Cheeks across the line. All the nervousness and all the tightness is long gone here. These clubs know what this game means. Cheeks inside to Bantam. 1-point game again. Well executed as we've seen before in the same play.
Maurice Cheeks is aggressive, going to the middle, going to the basket. They shoot so much better.
And Bantam is 3 for 3 from the field. He's playing with 3 fouls. Less than 2 minutes remaining. 1:49 to be precise. Cooper in trouble, double teamed, and a 3-second violation has been called against Magic Johnson. Philadelphia ball, and the Sixers can take the lead with 1:47 in the third. They've been trailing all the way. The Lakers scored the first 9 points of this game.
And Mac Bantam has lost one of his contact lenses.
CJ!
Well, in this kind of game, he'll just have
Over
to play
there!
with one.
Free direct!
You have to make sacrifices, Russ.
Is that what it's about there?
I don't know. You tell me. Steal by Michael Cooper and Magic Johnson. A foul. And here's McAdoo and Bantam going at each other. And Darryl Garrettson, like a defensive tackle, has just shoved 3 or 4 players away as Bantam and McAdoo started to throw fists. They'll have to quiet this down. But I'll tell you one thing, it's understandable that the fuses are short in this ball game. The Lakers trying to wrap it up.
Let's see if we can see what happened here. Here's Magic going up, and there's McAdoo giving Bantam, and Bantam's giving it back.
Pat Riley and Billy Cunningham, both coaches are on the floor. Riley with McAdoo at about center court, and Cunningham. Peace has been restored and talking to Bantam on the sidelines. You know, for Philadelphia, they have played 7 more playoff games than the Lakers, who have been incredible. They swept Phoenix, did the Lakers. They swept San Antonio and lead 3-2 in this series.
Here. There.
And they called the foul on Caldwell Jones, his 4th.
And so the extracurricular activities will not play a part. They just tell the guys, all right, guys, cool off.
Bobby Jones and Caldwell Jones have 4 for Philadelphia, Nixon 4 for LA.
And that's the thing the referee should do, is if you can't avoid calling technical or throwing guys out of the game, they should do that, because you don't want to let a game be decided by something like that.
Lakers by 3, so Philadelphia had a chance to take the lead and didn't. And now it's a 3-point game again with 1:20 to go in this third period. 6th-game NBA World Championship on CBS Sports. Dawkins traveled. No basket, traveling call. Darryl has scored 10 points, all in the first half. Sixers have turned the ball over 7 times this period. Dr. J coming back in. They need the stability of Erving, who has 22 points. Toney has 20, top scorers for Philadelphia. Jamal Wilkes is 23, and Caldwell Jones out with 4 fouls.
And one of the key men, real key men to the Philadelphia ball club.
They're going to need the rebounding now from Dawkins and Bantam more than ever. Cooper looking inside to Kareem. Stolen away by Bantam. Good defensive play, but a re-steal by Cooper. Under a minute to go, as you see. Third period. Dick Stockton and Bill Russell. End-to-end excitement. Dawkins is hitting the foul. They love it. 4 on him. And the 15th foul on Philadelphia. Dawkins has 4 to join Caldwell Jones and Bobby Jones with 4 personal.
And that can be crucial because there's a lot of time left. Almost 13 minutes left to play. And that can be very important going down the stretch. With those guys in foul trouble, that means they have to play a little different.
And pressure by the guards for Los Angeles. Mo Cheeks brings it across. You watch the clock. He has 19 on the shot clock. 5-point Laker lead. Philadelphia had it down the wall. Tony against Cooper, picked up by Magic, and Maurice Cheeks misses. Bingham tries to tip it in. Johnson slows it down with 25 seconds now remaining in the third. Crowd on its feet. It was a 9-point Laker lead at the half. McAdoo gives him a 7-point lead. Watch the clock. We got 6 seconds to go. 5 seconds. Tony goes up with a shot. No, and a foul. We have a foul despite the blocked shot. And Andrew Toney will go to the line as Jamal Wilkes has been hit with his 3rd foul.
They called the foul before the shot.
All right, no shooting foul. So now 1 second remains for Philadelphia here in this period.
It turns out to be a pretty good foul.
I'd say. Tony with 1 second to go to the dot. 3-point attempt. No. .79, having run off 6 straight points to take a 7-point lead, but Philadelphia, with the foul trouble, now has Caldwell Jones on the bench. When he was in there, Philadelphia played their best because he keyed the team with the defensive glass.
Yeah, he's very important. 2 guys that are unsung on that team, Maurice Cheeks and Caldwell Jones. Caldwell Jones does a great job defensively and getting the boards, and he's a good passer, and he's a pretty good outside shooter. Now, Cheeks has been doing his thing the second half. He's been going in, getting out. That's how Philadelphia got back in the game. But you know, you always tend to forget the doctor. He's done so many things. He's done it so well that you forget just how great he is. And he's going to have a big 4th quarter if they're going to win the game.
We have seen him take matters in his own hands. He's going to have to do it here on the enemy court. This is the most enthusiastic I have ever seen a Forum crowd. They enjoy their basketball, but they're kind of relaxed enjoying it. Not tonight. They want their Lakers to capture a title. The last team to win it at home was Portland in 1977, and Cooper stepped on the line, turning it over to Philadelphia. Start of the 4th period, 12 minutes to go in this final period. Dick Stockton and Bill Russell reporting from the Forum in Inglewood. And Andrew Toney, clutch as he's been all year, hits the jumper. 22 points for Andrew. Clint Richardson in the game for defense first, he said, and then possibly to create opportunities on Johnson. They're looking inside. Kareem guarded and tied up pretty well by Dawkins. Skyhook and a foul on Dawkins. That's his 5th. 5 on Darrell. And Billy offers, as you saw there, encouragement. He doesn't want Dawkins to get down. He says, don't worry about it. You got to hang in there. Wilkes goes out. He has scored 23 points to lead all scorers. We'd like to remind most of our viewers that you will be seeing the local news following the game, and those viewers on the West Coast will be seeing Universe, a fine program with Walter Cronkite.
Now, Kareem should be able to beat the double team and overpower Caldwell Jones on the inside going down the stretch, especially since he's got 4 fouls.
7-point lead for the Lakers. That's what they had coming into this final period. The trap. Tony to the dot. Julius trying to thread the middle, and it was knocked away by Magic. Nixon coming right back. And it's a 9-point game. Walter Matthau loves it. I don't know about that young girl. Tony, Kareem standing in the middle. They get it over to Julius Erving. This is that tough trap that Philadelphia has had difficulty with throughout the series. But Andrew Toney challenges him.
He challenged everybody on that, McAdoo and Kareem. He said, in your face, large people.
11 for 18 for Andrew Toney. Inside to Kareem. Rambis will come back, and we'll have a foul. You must be having a lot of fun. Is it tougher to play these things or to broadcast these things?
Much tougher to play, I want to tell you. But This is great basketball. I'm just having a good time, I can tell you that.
4 fouls on Andrew Toney. Kurt Rambis, who picked up 3 fouls early and scored 6 points in the first period. A hand for Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. 14 for Kareem, 7 rebounds and 5 blocked shots. Not bad for a guy that missed the workout today with severe migraines. And I guess that's a redundancy because migraines are severe. In the entire third period, Norm Nixon. And it's a 9-point lead again. Biggest lead of the game for LA was 11.
And Billy Cunningham wants a timeout.
Philadelphia can't solve this one. They're in trouble with the trap.
And Tony bounced it off of one of the Lakers' legs so they could retain control because he was definitely trapped.
These teams are not friendly.
Not anymore. They may have started out that way, but the longer you go, the more the little animosities build up.
Since the move of the Lakers from Minneapolis to Los Angeles, they have been in 10 World Championship finals before this year, winning 2 against the Knicks in Philadelphia. Of course, the 69 loss, the balloons stayed on top. They didn't have balloons tonight. They won't need them, will they?
And they gave the champagne another year to age.
They'll celebrate here even without the balloons if the Lakers hold on. Julius Erving has missed his last 6 shots from the field. He's going to have to correct that. He is so important to this team. Rebound McAdoo to Magic Johnson. 9-point lead, 2 minutes going by. That's the biggest lead of the game.
And this is the quick team that the Lakers have that's so devastating on a fast break.
Cooper fouls Andrew Toney, and that'll be the first team foul on the Lakers. We have a lot of time to go. 9 minutes and 50 seconds, as you see on the clock. But LA, after having their lead shaved to a single point, have upped it again to 11. Toney looking for help. Clint Richardson. Philadelphia, off-balance shot by Clint goes. Clint Richardson, who's had some clutch games, and a turnover brings it back to Philadelphia. So that's the last thing Pat Riley wanted.
But on a good fast breaking team, you will throw the ball away a few times because you have to try that. Because if you don't try it, your guys won't run for you.
Tony makes the move in, double teamed, and look at the move he made. Rambis the rebound, but he made a good move, knifing in. McAdoo out of the field. Lakers again by 11. 8 for 10 for McAdoo after an 11 for 14 game Sunday. And a foul before the shot, no basket. And the foul is against Kurt Rambis. Maurice Cheeks in the game, giving Andrew Toney a rest. All Toney has done is 24. An incredible game. He goes out with 4 fouls. And Mo Cheeks in the backcourt with Clint Richardson now, but Julius Erving handles it outside. Doc over Rambis. And Doc finally breaks the drought. He has 24 points. He and Toney, same totals.
2 up inside.
9-point lead, 8:40 to go. We'll either have a Game 7 on Thursday or the Lakers will win the World Championship tonight, and they're leading with nearly 8.5 to go. McAdoo, air ball, and Caldwell Jones, who's playing with 4 fouls, has the rebound. Dawkins on the bench with 5. Bobby Jones also has 4. Mo Cheeks wide open. And Julius Erving couldn't keep it going in LA. Right back, Nixon. Norm Nixon, his best season ever. Over 500 assists for the 5th straight year. Michael Cooper. The bench is doing it for Pat Riley now. 4 minutes gone by. 4th period. 11-point lead, and the Doc makes it 9 again. But trading baskets won't do it for Philadelphia now in the 4th period. They're going to have to clamp down on the Lakers.
And the Lakers are executing their half-court defense pretty well, and they're getting some good outside shooting.
No.
But that'll have to continue.
McAdoo. And there's something that you always talk about but rarely see and maybe never see in the championship finals. They're going to jump it up. Kareem is coming back in. and so is Darryl Dawkins. So Dawkins will come back with 5 personal fouls. And Kareem, who has done it with 14 points and rebounds and blocked shots. Fine all-around game. Jamal Wilkes will come in.
Cooper, so they'll give it, hopefully he'll have his shooting touch and they have it outside shooting, because the Lakers, the way the Sixers defense is going, they'll have to have outside shooting.
Kareem will be coming in for McAdoo, but McAdoo is going to jump center. Both Bob and Cooper went to the bench, are each 8 for 12 shooting-wise. Controlled by L.A. Wilkes. 7 minutes, 20 seconds to go. Magic Johnson has the triple-double. That's double figures in points, rebounds, and assists in this game. 11 points, 10 rebounds, and 12 assists for Johnson. He had 18 of those triple-doubles during the regular year. Nixon. And the Lakers are gaining more and more confidence. They continue to come back and match Philadelphia hoop for hoop. And the clock is running against Philly. Foul against the Lakers, their 13th foul. Kareem and Dawkins come back in. And a timeout. There's Darryl. Rambis has 5 fouls and a timeout. Maxwell was the MVP of the playoffs. Magic Johnson won it the year before. Kareem, then known as Lou Alcindor, won it in 1971 with the Milwaukee Bucks. Who will win it this time? And if the Lakers go on to win, they have a bunch of candidates. It could be Magic Johnson, it could be Kareem, or maybe that man, Bob McAdoo, who came over from New Jersey on Christmas Eve. And Pat Riley said, I knew enough about my club that I knew that McAdoo would not be a disruptive force, as people had accused him of in the past. But you know McAdoo, you've talked to him in the past. What were the problems with him?
Well, he was a great player, and he wanted to win. And when he did what he thought the coaches wanted him to do.
Which was score.
And when he was in Buffalo, they said score, score, score. And so he got in the habit of doing that. And you have to have a special kind of psyche to be a scorer, because you have to shoot even when it's not working. And so people start saying you're shot hungry and shot happy and things like that. And if you're not winning, then they blame you.
There's nothing as bad in, I guess, basketball or life as a bad reputation that you have to live down. It's very tough to do it. 6 minutes and 49 seconds to go, and a steal by Maurice Cheeks. And Cheeks, a tremendous steal, and it's a 7-point Laker lead with 6:40 to go. Now, if Philadelphia wins this game, we don't even talk about MVP, do we? We go to a 7th game Thursday night. Nixon working against Clint Richardson and Rambis. Kareem is in the game with Magic Johnson and Wilkes and Norm Nixon. So they didn't block out. Simple as that. And Kurt Rambis got an easy bucket. The Lakers are playing superb basketball. They have fought off every threat by Philadelphia, including the big one. And Clint Richardson will go to the line. Team fouls right now, 4 on the Lakers and 2 on Philadelphia.
Now here's the shot. Norm Nixon takes a shot, bounces away, and there comes Kurt Rambis.
Well, they didn't block him out. You got to do that. So Clint Richardson is on the line. Personal foul was on Jamal Wilkes, his 4th.
And both these teams come back right away.
George Allen, great football coach. And you've seen him in the past as CBS football commentator. 8-point lead. Winding down now to the halfway mark in this 4th period. Kareem and a loose ball foul against Darryl Dawkins. And that may be it for him.
That is it for him.
And Darryl Dawkins is fouled out of the game to the delight of the crowd. He scored 10 points, and he fouls out with 6 minutes exactly remaining. And Caldwell Jones, who is playing with 4 fouls, replaces him. Kareem inside, out to Nixon. Their 2-man game doesn't work there, but Kareem keeps it going, and a foul by Caldwell Jones, and that's his 5th.
And this drastically changes the Philadelphia setup.
Clint Richardson goes out, and Billy Cunningham's going to need some ammunition. And Andrew Toney is the man for it. Toney comes in with 24 points. Second to Julius is 28. Leading scorer for Los Angeles is Jamal Wilkes with 23. And 6 players in double figures for the Lakers. Kareem misses. 4 for 7 before this shot from the free throw line. 5 for 8. 9-point lead. Sixers coming up. They've got Cheeks and Toney in the backcourt. Knocked away by Magic, and a foul call on Johnson. And that'll be the 15th foul on LA, and they're in the penalty at Johnson's 4th foul. And Pat Riley, who lost in the 1966 NCAA championship game to Texas Western, his team lost, Kentucky did, was an assistant coach to Paul Westhead 2 years ago when the Lakers won the world title over these Sixers. Trying to win it as a head coach. Bobby Jones with 4 points and 7 rebounds. Now 5 points in the ballgame. Well below his playoff average. 7-point Laker lead. Plenty of time. 5:35 on the clock. Keep in mind that Caldwell Jones is playing with 5 fouls.
And the Sixers have him trapped in the corner.
Darryl Dawkins is fouled out. And a turnover by LA. And Philadelphia trying to cut it to 5 now. They have extraordinarily fashion come back from back-to-the-wall situations repeatedly in these playoffs. Toney against Jamal Wilkes. And it drops for him. Toney with 26 points. He wasn't a starter this year, but you can bet he'll be in the starting backcourt next year. How can you keep him out of there? 12 for 20 shooting, and the Lakers lead is cut to 5. And all of a sudden, it gets a little quiet here at the Forum. The question now, is this going to be Philadelphia's last run? They were down by 11, and now have cut it to 5. The important timeout story, LA has 3, Philadelphia 3, but the Lakers also have a 22nd timeout at their behest. 5:12 remaining, 4th period. The Lakers are already over the penalty with 5 team fouls. Sixers have 4. But Dawkins is fouled out for Philadelphia, and Caldwell Jones is playing with 5. You're looking at the Philadelphia trap. 5-point game. Sixer team based on defense. Team that's played better than people anticipated all year. Wilkes. Toney. And it's kept alive. It's going to be Philadelphia ball, and they used all 24 seconds. Big game for Pat Riley. He doesn't want to go back to Philly for Game 7 Thursday. Cunningham, that's all he wants. 4:47 on the clock. The Lakers established a record. They won 9 straight, a mark for consecutive victories in one season in the playoffs before the Sixers knocked them off in Game 2. Toney is short, and it's still Sixer ball. Last touch by McAdoo.
And it's plays like that that make Riley age 2 years every minute.
Bring it in.
They have 24 seconds on their shot clock. Out to Toney. 103-98. The Philadelphia season could be wrapped up here in the last 4.5 minutes. They don't do it here, they don't do it. Loop it into Julius. This is the shot inside. And it's LA. The Lakers. As the game all of a sudden has become a half-court battle. Nixon looking in low to Kareem. He knows Caldwell Jones has 5. Now, offensive foul against Kareem. His 3rd foul. Pat Riley. 5 of 9 years of his active career with the Lakers. He was also an announcer on the Laker Radio Network. You'd say he's done everything. Toney. Andrew Toney brings the Sixers to within 3 points with 3:51 to go. High drama at the Forum in Inglewood.
And I think you'll see a lot of half court for the rest of the way. You won't see very much fast breaking now.
You know they like to get C. Jones out of there, and Nixon is looking that way now. Kareem away from the hoop. Sky hooks. Jamal Wilkes, offensive board. Anyone's ball. Bobby Bobby Jones fights, but McAdoo winds up with it, and a new clock. 3:20 in the game, or at least the fourth period. Nixon. And all of a sudden, this game has turned into a deliberate ball game. That's how much is riding. Kareem hook. Kareem again. And does Billy Cunningham's face tell it all there? Big basket by Kareem.
And that's what you call a shooter's bounce. When the scorer is shooting, it bounces around and bounces in.
Foul is on Andrew Toney, his fifth foul. They've expected so much of this man over the years. You almost take him for granted. He's a given, but the fact remains he has to do it. And as the second all-time scorer, badly wants to win a title tonight. His third title. 18 points, 9 rebounds, and 5 block shots. 6-point game, winding down to 3 minutes to go. Fourth period, Maurice Cheeks. Bobby Jones crashes the board, but McAdoo gets it to Wilkes. Wilkes. And it's an 8-point game.
I know that we played the Lakers in the championship 6 times. And they win a championship at least 6 or 7 times here before they ever won one. But you got to get there. You got to keep getting there. Teams don't choke. What happens is teams beat the teams to get to the championship, and they lose to a better team.
Timeout Story. LA also has a 20-second timeout. All right, the final minutes. 8-point lead. Don't forget, Andrew Toney can hit a 3-point shot. He's prolific, and that's why Norm Nixon is watching him. Kareem on the switch, inside to Julius Erving. And a foul. An illegal defense has been called against the Lakers, and that will be a technical foul to be shot.
And I think it's on Magic Johnson, but I'm not sure.
The second call on an illegal defense. And for the fans who haven't been watching, if you're playing a zone and not guarding a player, you can be called for an illegal defense. It gets very and highly technical on which side of the court you stand and how high up you are. Andrew Toney hits the tee. Magic in the middle again.
Here's Magic in the middle there, and there's no one near him, so they shoot the tee.
7-point lead. For Philadelphia, Andrew Toney and Julius have 57 of their 101 points. Bobby Jones, foul inside. And Magic Johnson gets the finger from Madden. He's pointed for getting the foul, and for Magic, his 5th personal foul. 2:26 to go. And with Toney, with the 3-point shot available, you can never count the Sixers out.
And they won't start thinking about that for another couple of minutes.
6-point lead.
That technical could be a very important play in that it gives them a chance to get a 3-point play without having to shoot the 22-foot shot.
Missed the shot. 108-102, 2:24 to go. Only 3 times in the last 12 years has a team won the World Championship on its home court. Last time, Portland in 1977. Lakers, look at that pass. And it didn't go down, you're right. Everything but a basket. And Philly can cut it now to 4. 2 minutes to go. Toney misses the shot. Lakers trap. Open man. Nixon finds an opening. And that could be the big one. That could be the big basket. 8-point lead with 1:43 to go. They're anxious, but they can't say it yet. Maurice Cheeks misses. Kareem fighting for the loose ball. Less than 2 minutes, you see it, 1:25. And Cheeks blocks the shot, then commits the foul. And time is running out on the Sixers. And the crowd knows it. Pat Riley from Schenectady, New York.
And he's an old man now.
MVP at Kentucky for 3 years. And some of the fans have already begun celebrating. The Lakers
There's plenty of time left.
Yes, there is. But the Lakers are playing with the style of a champion right now.
They definitely have control of it. Now, if Jamal Wilkes makes these 2 free throws, that'll make it tough. But you always got the threat of Andrew Toney getting the 3-pointers. He can make 3 or 4 in a row.
A word about Pat Riley now. Pat Riley said, I always wondered what kind of a coach I could be. And he was tested late in January and early February when the Lakers were having problems on defense. They were losing. They weren't getting blocked shots or defensive rebounds. And it was time for Pat to go to Kareem to say, I need some help here. He said, who am I to talk to Kareem? He's a great star and I wasn't. He expressed fear in doing it, but he went to Kareem. Kareem was accommodating and he said, if I can work with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, I could work with anyone, and that was the turning point.
Silk and Norman, you handle, okay? Come up a little higher here.
And the Philadelphia bench. Magic Johnson has been voted the most valuable player of this championship playoff. His second MVP in 3 years. And last year, he was out for 45 games with an injured knee as the Lakers lost in the mini-series. And it was Magic who threw up that last futile shot against Houston. And when we started this season, Bill Russell, back on October 30th, they lost in double overtime to the same Houston team. But things have changed since then. Sixer bench. They're not out of it, but it's getting to that point real fast. Lead. 1:20 to go. Cheeks blocked by Magic. He has 11 points, 13 assists, and 12 rebounds. And they're on their feet at the fourth. And a foul by Cheeks. Pat Riley replaced Paul Westhead on November the 13th, the day after Magic Johnson asked to be traded publicly. All of a sudden, Magic was the bad guy and Riley was on the spot. And then the Lakers lost Mitch Kupchak, the man who was supposed to be the final piece of the puzzle. And Rambis filled in, the long shot free agent. But the Lakers and Rambis, all part of it, had it when they needed it. They finished the regular season strong, and the playoffs have been theirs. Less than a minute to go. Julius and a foul. 55 seconds, a 12-point lead by the Lakers. Kareem, 4 fouls, but that's all academic. Flint Richardson in for Bobby Jones. Philadelphia cut the lead to 3 with 3:45 to go, but Kareem hit a 3-point play to turn things around. And now LA is leading by 11. And they're going to be popping the corks in the Laker dressing room shortly, and we'll have it all for you. Post-game festivities. Julius Erving has 30 points, and that's his series high. That's how much time before the end of this championship series. Jamal Wilkes. This is the outside shot. 10-point lead. Julius Erving. Rebound. McAdoo. That's the time the Lakers will be crowned champions. For the 13th consecutive year, a new champion in the NBA. Hail to the new champs, the Lakers. It's over.